More debt financing was canceled and postponed globally in 2022, more than even the pandemic. About 100 transactions, including bonds, loan, ABS, of at least 75 billion were pulled, only slightly below the combined tally of 2021 and 2020. Investors were scared off by war in Ukraine, inflation, soaring rates, and recession concerns. 10 a.m., you're going to get FTX chairman testifying before House Financial Services. 1 p.m., 18 billion of 30-year bond, and then the Fed meeting begins, and you will get all of the juicy stuff tomorrow with Powell. Violent chaos is rolling Peru after President Dina Boluardo's call for early elections failed to calm protests. Joe Biden will host dozens of African leaders at a summit in Washington today. Key discussions include mapping out a future of the African Growth and Opportunity Act. Belgian police seized more than 1.5 million in cash as part of their probe in a corruption scandal involving European parliamentary in Qatar. The Belgian daily Le Soir reported the latest total, as much of it in $50 bills, as the parliament voted to remove one of its vice presidents, Eva Kaili, a Greek lawmaker, after she was charged. Antonio Panzeri, former Italian deputy, has also been arrested. Britain's wages exclude bonuses, rose 6.1 in the last 3 months. Jobless rate rose to 3.7, and money markets are betting on Bank of England price hikes, pricing the key rate to 4.75 in August. German investors became a little more optimistic this month, with expectation components on the ZEW rising to negative 23.3 from negative 36.7. Consensus was for a rise in the gauge of negative 26.4. The current situation brightened less than expected, rising to 61.4 from 64.5. China is working on supporting packages of semiconductors of more than 143 billion. Reuters reported that subsidies and tax credits may be rolled out over the next 5 years. The government said they want better ties with South Korea and the United States to seek curbs on China's access to advanced chip technology. Japan may find another 43 billion to fund their expansion of defense spending over the next 5 years. China's military sent its biggest sortie of bombers into the Taiwan Strait in data going back to September 2020 in an apparent show of displeasure over the visit by key members of Japan's ruling party. Philippine exports jumped 20% year on year in October, beating estimates, with the trade deficit narrowing to 3.3 billion. Hedge fund run by trader Doug King gained 54% this year. The Merchant Commodity Fund, which manages 400 million, gained 74% last year. Oil extended gains on signs of further easing of China curbs as Keystone remains shut. The reopening cheer will overshadow fears of drag on growth, Mizuho said. Natural gas in the U.S. and Europe rose. Precious metals advanced, while base metals were mixed. Corn advanced for a fifth day, the longest stretch of gains in more than 3 months. Russia decided how to respond to the oil cap by banning it, or banning any contracts that have any mention of it. Northern Europe will see a return to milder weather next week, providing relief for some power grids. Indonesia filed an appeal against the WTO to assert their right to ban the exports of metal ores. The WTO had earlier ruled in favor of the EU's complaint that a ban was hurting the steel industry. Bosch investors are asking a U.S. judge to block the spinoff of their valuable eye care business. BMO is selling $2.3 billion in equity to make sure it can meet Canada regulatory's raised capital requirements. More software sector acquisitions may be in the cards next year. Thomas Bravo deal to buy Coupa, RBC, Dropbox, Fastly, and Splunk. SolarWinds and Zooms are among viable candidates. Oracle rose after beating results, and analysts were positive on the company's execution. Pinterest advanced after Piper Sandler lifted it to overweight from neutral, noting multiple headwinds and tailwinds from 2023 that separate from the health of the ad market. NetApp declined on thin volume as Morgan Stanley cut it to underweight. Twitter dissolved its Trust and Safety Council, the Washington Post reported, just before some team members were set to meet. Ferrari appointed Fred Vasseur as Formula One team principal and general manager to replace Mario Binotto, who resigned last month. Uber says they're investigating a vendor hit by a cyber attack. Moderna melanoma vaccine succeeds in combination with Keytruda. And then American Air CFO to step aside for the biggest industry debt, The London bullion market faces a lawsuit over claims it wrongfully certified gold from a deadly mine responsible and sourced. These are rare cases that accuse the body of greenwashing. U.S. solar installations may decline 23% this year amid trade and supply chain obstacles. The Solar Energy Industry Association and Wood Mackenzie said Joe Biden's Inflation Reduction Act offered generous incentives for solar projects, but equipment imports were detained following the Uyghur Forced Labor Prevention Act. India may attract 10 billion renewable energy investment in 2023, said Bank of America. If you really have to get your ESG story right, and if you're into energy, then you can do large pieces of work in India. United buys 100 Boeing Dreamliners. That's huge. Thai Airways in talks to add 20 twin-aisle jets to the fleet. That's Boeing as well. IBM Rapatis form partnership of advanced semiconductor tech. Boeing discovered cybersecurity incident impacting Jepsen. Home Depot price target raised to $379 from $350 at Cohen. American Express assumed neutral at Piper Sandler, price target $159. Disney rating at new neutral, price target $103. And then Nike price target raised at $115 from $93 at Citi. The rise of fentanyl has prompted the most dangerous phase yet in U.S. decades. A long opioid epidemic. Florida's Volusia County is racing to treat addiction while battling a wave of overdoses caused by tainted street drugs. More Musk controversy. The White House called attacks by Elon Musk and Anthony Fauci incredibly dangerous after he tweeted the outgoing top medical advisor should be prosecuted. Meanwhile, it turns out 5.7 billion of Tesla shares Musk donated to an unnamed organization at the end of 2021 went to his own charitable arm. The Musk Foundation sent about 160 million to nonprofits, including St. Jude's, by far the most donated in a calendar year. The first World Cup semifinal in Qatar may finally be determined by two Ballon-d'Ors or winning number 10s with the last chance to reach the peak of football. It's hard to look past Argentina's Lionel Messi, 35, and Croatia's Luka Modric as the difference maker in today, as it seems highly likely the final or third place of this weekend will be where their World Cup career ends. Man, I miss you, Messi. Where's Messi? That's good. Yeah, that's it. You know we could play this song. We just got to play, baby. I'd rather play the game. You know what I'm saying? It's not, we got a lot more, Chatadonia. We got a lot more, baby. Meet the car of the future. Sure, the wheels look like cartoon donuts. The AVTR is what Mercedes thinks the cars should be decades from now. Electric, efficient, and made from sustainable materials, according to design chief Gordon Wagner. Future vehicles should be like a living organism and able to engender the same feelings we might have towards our pets and operating the things we like more than guiding a beast of a steering wheel. I don't even know what that means. Anthem angst. Hong Kong strongly criticized Google for failing to ensure the city's correct national anthem. China's March of the Volunteers features prominently on their search page. Instead, typing in Hong Kong national anthem yields articles and videos about Glory to Hong Kong, the unofficial anthem of the mass protests that rocked the financial hub in 2019. And then on this day in history, British astronomer John Prentice discovered Nova Herculis, one of the brightest novas of the 20th century. In 1934, the cataclysmic explosion in Hercules constellation captured the public imagination in the United States. It remained visible for the naked eye for months. According to one scholar, language used in media of the nova may have inspired the creation of the planet Krypton in the Superman comics a few years later. Dang, I feel. That's fire, bro. That's fire. Amen. How you feel, Chattado? That was a big one. How you feel? You are at what? SPX is going to be at like 4,100 right now, I believe. That's at least what the active contract is on. Or you still got a little bit more. You are up about 3% leading into the open. We have 15. So, again, 15 more minutes. Every 15 minutes, bro. There's a little bit of a lag, but they're doing it very slow. Again, we got inflation numbers. They came in some of the largest month-on-month decreases in the last year. So keep that one in mind, my friend. But, Chad, we got our news. We still got a little bit more time. Most of the pre-market movers, there's a couple of biotechs and some cancel approval ones. So we'll see how it plays out. But I need to go to the bathroom again. I'm getting too hyped on today. But I love you, and we're going to return here with some more plays. And I hope you're ready for another crazy 7 hours, baby. Amen? Amen. Follow me on Instagram at the Trading Fraternity. Like the video. Say what's up. We love you.
Postponing a key economic policy meeting, which was set to begin on Thursday. Even banks setting up contingency plans, with traders calling out sick and trading volumes falling. For more, let's get to Damien Sassower of Bloomberg Intelligence. Damien, it was that last line that got my attention this morning. The COVID cases are piling up that quickly. We're seeing volume drop away in markets. Damien, is that right?
Yeah, no, absolutely. You're seeing trading volume in dollar yuan falling off a cliff, really, because traders in Beijing can't go back to work. But Jonathan, really, What this for me means is that most people who are looking for 5% growth in China in 2023 are expecting consumption to lead the way. We have activity data coming out, in the next couple of days from China. It's going to be weak. Retail sales are going to be weak. But for me, how could we possibly think that consumption is going to pick up? Remember, consumption is over half of China's GDP in terms of contribution to. It's going to remain very tight, and it's going to be very, very difficult. This is not going to be a very easy reopening of China, as we're now seeing. And so, these GDP forecasts kind of get thrown away with the trash, and I think that's exactly what's happening here, especially in lieu of the CPI print out of the U.S.
Well, Damien, you know better than most how it works. You trade the policy change, and then you look for the results some way in the future. They're way out there. At the back end of 23, maybe. Damien, when do you expect to see the positive results of this shift in policy we're all witnessing in the last couple of weeks?
Well, I think actually what we may have to see is Beijing front load extension of credit into the economy during the first half of next year. I don't think the markets are really priced for this. If we see something akin to 2009, 2010 in China, where they're just basically throwing money at the issue in order to get this economy right-shored, I mean, things could get very, very interesting and quickly. And what that could do, quite frankly, and we mentioned this yesterday, is it could lead to inflationary pressures in the back half of 2023. So to your point, everyone trying to kind of map out what this means for the Fed, imagine if they're seeing inflationary pressures out of China, which right now CPI is running at only 1.7%. We're talking 7.1 here in the US. It's significantly less than China with scope to rise from here.
Hey, Damien, wonderful, as always. Back with us, Matt Hornback, Trogarski. Matt Hornback, inflation fading in America. Enter China. How does that influence your views on next year, Matt?
Look, John, our view of it is that if you're talking about inflation in China, you can talk about China.
He was spitting fast, huh? He was. I was looking. I was like, what the hell? He was pretty quick on that, baby. He was pretty quick on that. But Chatadonia, God bless you. I hope your morning is good. And if it's not, let's make it a good morning. You are going to have a wild day. And don't forget, the final boss tomorrow is Jerome Powell, okay? But that being said, please keep it serious. Again, we've been serious all day with it. If it's not serious, we will ban you, unfortunately. So, mods, feel free. You could taser anybody. You could clap them fully. Do what you need to do. But, Chatadonia, I need your help right now. You've seen my plays. I post them every day. Let me know, man. What is your first play of the day? What is your first play of the day? What are we doing, man? Show me what you got, baby. Let's go. It's game time. IWM calls, SPX calls, M-Phase push, Rivian calls, finger to ready for the ban, finger to the sky, Tesla call, Snow, Tesla still negative, waiting for the short, cat calls, coin calls, holding until CPI, Tesla, TQQ, AMD calls, coin, AMZ long, buy puts, AMD calls, credit, BA, Doge, 420 calls, oh, SPY call, actually it is going to be at 420, buy TNA, oh man, Boeing, Airbnb, Tilray shares, SPX, TQQ, spelling my 405 dailies, oh, those are going to be fire, Netflix puts, SPY calls, first play of the day, waiting for the Tesla calls, plus 6 ES contracts, TLT calls, Soxel, Marvel, first play of the day, got to sign 100 shares at SPY at 11 cents. Disney, BA calls, Riot calls, Currency calls, Boyle, Hood covered calls, XOM, GME, SPY calls, Prey and Bond calls, puts on everything, Tesla margin calls, pump it up. Boeing shares, Habibi, selling Amazon if it goes above 96, selling Airbnb, SPY Butterflies, SQQ short, AMC put credit spread, Uber call, XLK Butterfly, long across the board, bond calls, short, NQ greedy short, BCRX, sell the 33, and he posted the play. There you go. MES Baba, Tessie puts, Tesla plays, Tesla calls, short ESH 23, sell the rip, AMC calls, selling my SPY calls, watching Apple, Roblo, Tesla, RTX calls, not tax loss harvesting, crime. What? Crime. Get them. AGNC calls, SPY calls. I love calls. AMGN Strangle. Selling tech. I bought 2 CPIs ago. ADM for the long term. SDAO shares. Myrna's running. Again, they had some weird like cancer biotech news today. Polo. RTX 102 December. I love YouTube, baby. Long MES. And SPY waiting for breakout. GDXJ. Boyle. Is there Tesla news? I don't think there is. Tesla was the one lagging. And then Google 100, baby. Wow. So, I'm just going to be watching the futures. I'm going to be riding the wave here. I flipped my Apple short to long. I also flipped my Netflix to long as well. I also went long on the bonds. And then Myrna and MGTA, besides anything else, I'm going to be watching those because those are big biotech news today. And then one thing I even put on the, the stocks to watch on the stream alerts, what I even put there in the watch list, the bonds are still going to offer an interesting move. So once these match up, I think the bonds are leading here a little bit, and then we're going to go from there. I'm expecting the first 30 minutes to kind of go crazy, if that makes sense. So we will see what happens, my friend. We will see what happens. Ticker for Myrna is mRNA, my friend. mRNA. And then JP Morgan, or Morgan Stanley's Hornback, says the soft landing is looking to engineer is on course. Investors should be careful. Jason Pride at Glenmead, not to over-extrapolate these results and temper expectations. And he's bringing up the 70s. So he said don't claim inflation victory too early. And I think he's going to do that. Cash in calls at open. I think you might sell off at open. I think we might get a decline at open, or you get a big run, then decline back to these levels, and then I think we're going to go from there. So it's hard to say is what I'm trying. I'm expecting it. I'm leaning towards sell-off at open that will allow you to kind of, melt up a little bit. Otherwise, you can also get a big pop up at cash open. We don't know. Again, right now we are at 3%, and I believe most people are expecting, I think around here, we're looking at 4 to 4.5, 4 to 5%. So technically, you got like another 50% left of this move in the next 7 hours. And then if there's a short squeeze or people get crazy, it'll go more from there. But it's not going to be easy. Just like even that first reload move showed, it's not going to be an easy one. So, and the fact that it's kind of staying pinned, I don't like it. So we'll see though. But again, remember you have Powell at 1 p.m. tomorrow. So it's all bets are off until then now. So yalla, we will see what happens, my friend. There's Apple coming down. There you go. You got 5 minutes. But ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, you know what time it is? Amen. Amen. Good day, bad day. It don't matter, man, because for real, I hope you know the love and appreciation we have. And here at the Cult, man, before we do anything, we have to pay homage to a very special, important group of people. I don't know. If you really want to look at it, we wouldn't be trading here without them. You know that, man? And this is what we do every day. Before the bell, before we try to chase a dollar, we got to pay homage to all of our veterans out there, man. All the active servicemen, past servicemen, all the people who have supported this country, fought for our country, even the families who have had to sacrifice. I hope you know, on behalf of myself and the Chad, I know a lot of people feel the exact same way that I do. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Shout out to the veterans, baby. And we love you, man. God bless y'all. And don't forget about all the other public servants out there, all the police officers, firefighters, doctors, nurses, teachers. We love you guys as well, too. And thank you for doing what you guys have done. Ladies and gentlemen, please rise. Place your right hand over your heart. Say it with me. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all, baby. Son of the Jets! Oh, it's game time, baby. Or nah, let's go. Amen. Shout out to Chad. Shout out to Vets. Let's go. Good morning. Are you ready? The bell is about to ring. You're ready for it, Chad. And get ready. 7 more hours of craziness. So, God bless you all. I hope you're feeling great. And let's make the most out of it. Please call out any plays you may have. Keep it serious. We'll have any other incoming news. Again, there's not going to be any other key data here for the rest of the day. If anything, you'll get a couple of comments, and the only other event, it will be the 30-year bond auction, and that is what is going to be very important, okay? So 30, but granted, it depends how we move into it, but if anything is going to move us, then there you go. Then there you go. No FOMC. That is tomorrow. The FOMC technically begins today. However, it is going to lead into, no action or we don't hear anything. So tomorrow is where we're going to get everything. So get ready for it, Chad. I think you're already getting that little mini sell-off into the cash open. We got about 3 minutes. Is there any questions before we get into the day? If you're not aware, CPI year over year is at 7.1%. The expectation was 7.3. Core is at 6.0, and the expectation was 6.1. Month over month was 0.1 instead of 0.3, and then core was 0.2 instead of 0.3. Sell the gap and reposition. Say, baby. Any pullback? I think there will be pullbacks, 100%. That's like I'm saying. I'm saying this is where I think you're going to get that little cash sell, and then we'll go from there and then see how everything plays out. I celebrated my birthday, baby. Psych trying to rehabilitate. Oh, let's go, baby. You hooking him up? I say, or you're in the psych, or what's up, man? I don't even know. Either way, I love you, Coach Bailey. I hope you're doing good, man. 13 months, baby. Go through the fire, you come out gold, baby. Amen. Yeah, it has a lot of non-farm vibes. I would hate to why it could sell off all day if it really wanted to do the opposite and do the non-farm. But, again, I think cash open is going to open up the floodgates a little bit here, and then we're going to see. But Chattadonia is game time. Thank you guys again for being here. Drop that thumbs up. Let's stay focused. Post any plays, and you got about 45 seconds till the bell. Woo! CPI. It was good. It was good, and it was one of your lowest month-over-month decreases in the last 12 months. Again, inflation is still high, asshole. But, you know, if you're forward-looking, this just really supported the whole soft landing thing. Mm-hmm. The non-farms, I know, the non-farms really is still traumatizing. My favorite meme stock is /ZN. Trust me, if you know, you know. That's my favorite one. And you should look at it, and you should play it. Not a recommendation. But, yeah, that's how I feel about it. That is how I feel about it. 3, 2, 1. Round 1. Fight. All right, so bonds already up 1.4. SPY at 2. Communications and discretionaries are the best. Bro, believe it or not, staples are showing negative right now. No way. This has to update. There it is. There it is. Okay, yeah, consumer staples are the worst on the day, but they are up 1%. Healthcare is number 2 on the worst, and then tech is up 3.5. Communication 3.4, and discretionary 3.2. So there's the early sell-off. Again, here's the first levels we were at. I think maybe you could go all the way down to 40.80. But again, we'll see how you hold up at 4,100. There's a lot of bid support, but this is good. So this is either going to be a reload moment or this is going to be where it dumps. Again, I think it's too early to say, but high risk, high reward right here. And there's Apple. Where's Netflix? Netflix is doing great. Again, I'm still down on those ones. I flipped that, even the Apple as well. Amazon, where's Amazon? And again, so first 2 candles here are down. It's clearing those orders again. And watch any of the currencies now and the bonds. Volume's not that big just yet, but, bro, there's a lot of craziness, and the bonds are leading. We're already up 300 on the ZN from earlier, and that was just the pre-market one. So you'll notice the equities came down a little bit, but the other stuff is holding. And then RTX, I think they had buyback news yesterday. Kuleba, Russia may restore full offensive capability by February. Salesforce gets Supreme Court review of shareholder Slack unit. Again, you are approaching 4,000, 4131 on the next month, but you have broken below the 410 here on the second candle. Again, 3.5 on the NASDAQ, 2.5 on the SPY, and then 1.8 on the Dow Jones. Zoom, again, people like Zoom right now because of also the buyout potential and what we've been getting. Again, there's like Zoom and a couple of others were mentioned today. Again, Myrna is killing it still. They had both like a cancer drug and then something else. And bonds are down. I can only imagine the premiums. Even the Boeing premiums, we got scammed on those. Oh, well, Boeing actually came back down to where we sold yesterday. So, again, early sell-off here. This could be kind of expected now, but we got to wait to see how far. So now it's what, 40.90? I'd say very low of 40.80, and then if it breaks there, then it gets a little uglier. But watch around here. Again, volume's decent, believe it or not. It's not even that crazy. But you already have 10 million in the first 2 minutes. Yeah, I will. I plan on changing the ES, but I'm going to ride it here for now. Again, it's already coming down here a little bit. That's already a big bro. You've already sold off about 1% now from top to bottom right there. Myrna's coming down. Apple is still holding a little bit. Tessie's even, oh, come on, Tessie. Why you got to do me like that? Reverse of the day. Could, again, if this is going to play out like the non-farms, it could, but I think this is somewhat natural. If it breaks below the pre-market levels, then it becomes unnatural. Then it starts to look like coordinated sell-off until to keep everybody calm. So we'll find out. I'd say like 40, 80. There's going to be a couple of different levels. Let's even throw up the SPX. Yeah, so 40.89 right here. You're right at that level right now. If not 40.60, it's another 20 points down, and then that would take us to like a 1% gain. Spy heat map. Yeah, everything's looking great. Again, even though healthcare is up right now, 1.1. Again, Myrna still running. So see if you actually respect this level or not. Again, big order sells though. The computers are there. You're not watching the buys now. But again, I think they're tempering it here. Roblo. How is Roblo? They're still doing good. Again, watch Apple, even some of the chips too. TSM. I forgot we're still in that one as well. So now I'm hitting pre-market levels on Apple. Again, we've lost a little bit of the gains from the top. That's already a 1% move. So this is huge. And let's see, if you hold up 40.88, 40.80, or 40.90 on SPX, that'll be good. Tesla's on the low. Otherwise, watch all the way down to 470, down to 460, which is still a nice game, but you're getting the dump. Even the bonds are down, but they are still leading. SPX has a bigger percent increase, but you could go from there. And Boeing sold off. Nope, that bounce is not holding. It wanted some. 40.84. Oh, look at the volume. 41.20. And let's see. Delta Property Fund, proposed sell of Beacon Field. First green candle in 5 minutes. If it holds. If not, it still keeps going. Apple's leading down. Again, 2.5 on the S&P. Amazon holding. Amazon's crazy. Shop new highs. Yang down 8. Yeah, Tesla's the one really, really dumbing. So Tesla was going to be, that was the one I was looking to outperform, but he is giving it back now. We still have gains from yesterday. I still have 400 of the gains, but it was up a lot more. Again, that's the thing. Even from the morning till now, that was like a huge move, but you're still in a very, very awkward middle. That was big volume sells there at the bottom there that coincided with the buys, but more of it ended up selling. Again, 40.89 is where you want to be on the SPX, and you are right below that. And AMD. Ken Griffin sues IRS over tax privacy breach that affected other billionaires. Netflix, where are they at? Yeah, they're holding up. Again, even Apple, too. It's not like everything's down. Nvidia's dropping, though. Watch how that one plays out. Oh, they're still fighting this, man. They're still being a fight. Again, these have been order traps in thousands of contracts at a time right now. So until it's not getting out of here. 408, bro. It's just consecutive 7 minutes of straight lows. 2 minor candles, but they all hit a new lower wick, if anything. Watch the pot stocks. There's Nvidia. There's the big one. So, again, a lot of, bro, this is all sell orders right now. And now we're at 470. This is where, let me get up the futures. This is where we're starting to look a little bit more unnatural now. It's doing the opposite of there. And by this, pretty much, though, I wouldn't be surprised if we just end up around here by the end of the day now. That's it. If it does with the opposite of non-farms, you get a little bit of the flush out here. They're going to sell it off here, and then we will see where we end up by the end of the day, though. But it's now you've given up about half of the gain so far. You're at 2% on the S&P, 2.98 on the NASDAQ. That's good, though, honestly, though. In a weird way, though. It's stopping it from getting too crazy, but you're at least not getting the short squeeze beat, which is good. But it's definitely moving a lot more sporadic than what we've seen at other moments. But now this buys you enough room. Again, you got to think about that. That's another 40-point move top to bottom. It's time to sell. It's time to do whatever you need to do. Again, whether you had the gains or not, if you didn't have the front run on it, you gotta fight and use these opportunities to go for your plays. If you already had gains, I mean, that's going to be up to your personal decision on what you choose to do. So you should be able to see my plays on screen, and that's it. Scanner's going crazy. Bro, it's a lot. I mean, again, I think more downside than not here. A lot of volume is coming in. That's even the thing. Even into these sales right now, you're almost doing 15 million in 10 minutes. So it's going to be a big volume day. Pinterest on the high. They got an upgrade earlier today. 4078. So again, that was your first little bounce. Now you're getting a little bit of an order trap. But we'll see how this plays out. Even VWAP's coming up a little bit. Well, let's see. You want to see if it gets back to pre-market levels. Well, that's SPX level is 4089 or 4090. And then really 4130, I would say, around here is if it is going to do a bounce. Otherwise, if it kind of bounces and sells off again, you still have enough room to go test 4100 flat. So, again, a lot of volumes coming in. Apple's up still 3%. But the market's fighting. It's not easy. BitNile. Cryflowery might buy bonds. I don't know what that is. Again, where is IEF? Yeah, bonds, though, just wait for one of these things to lead. Yeah, so the bonds are still holding this earlier level. I mean, I think we should be around here. I don't know where that'd be. I think 410. 410 on the SPY. Again, right below. That's kind of where we open. But, again, just watch the levels. Anything could happen now, and there's clearly a lot of algo moves more or less here today, or just even, I think, a lot of tension. So you're at 41.21 on the futures. I believe that's the next month contract, though. So keep that in mind. But you could also use the SPX very easily here today. And I think, again, 40.83 get us to 40.90. We'll go from there, but a lot of things are dumping. Even watch oil and energy. That will be another one. Consumer staples are the worst on the day. IBM is on the high. Netflix is running now. Yeah, they're doing good. And then now Apple's the one kind of holding. Tesla's trying to move a little bit. 25 is not on the table for tomorrow, but the Fed futures are already pricing it in like later. So it's pretty much that's the next part of the narrative, and that will be the next piece that people will be talking about. So again, you're right below VWAP. Let's see if it sells here. And again, you want just a little bit more to hit the level, but if you reject it here and don't even get near it again, it's doing one of those, I wouldn't say violent downtrends, but it's just an easy to notice downtrend here. And again, futures will, worst case scenario, probably another 20 points to test that low. And Tesla selling off. They're not holding the bounce as well, but NVIDIA, Apple, and a few others are doing very well. And even Disney's doing good. That's how you know it's weird. KSCP Pop. Where are the Uber shares? Those came back a little bit, but still down. Champagne, they chilled. Again, watch if Tesla is able to move. And then again, I think oil and energy, they're also going to have an effect today. FTC customer funds were regularly appropriated at Alameda. I think that's starting now. Bonds are bouncing. So, again, the correlation is positive today. Bed Bath & Beyond on the high. AT&T on the low. AT&T's dumping pretty heavy now. Don't know if there's new. And there's AT&T still dumping. They're now back towards VWAP. You're almost at that level. So watch. If you get above 40.90, watch for the 40.95. But this is good. If it rejects, it'll be bad. But you've seen it before. It could go above it, and then it may just fall back down. You know what I'm saying? If that happens, that won't be a good sign. But now the orders are getting cleared up here. I think you're getting a little bit more demand. It's matched us up a little bit, but NASDAQ is still leading by 1%. There's Apple popping, even Tesla getting some. Again, watch the bonds. Tesla, there's RTX. It's moving now. 5.6 earthquake in Japan. Mexico-Peru relations paused until politics resolved. That's a big pop on the bonds now. The bonds are really right saying we should get above here. So watch for the 410, though. If you're holding the 40.90, yeah, that'll be the next step. Just 410 on the SPX or SPY. Because now you're holding, you're above VWAP. Again, it could come right back down, but the bonds are supporting it too. If you don't get above 410, watch for another VWAP test. If it goes above there, we may be able to hit a new high. But again, you've already been here before. So it's not as if it's too crazy. And in a weird way, if you wanted to form a new downtrend, you still can after 410. Apple still holding. There's Tessie too. And Tesla really needs to hold. There's order traps all day today, though. It's again, you guys should remember the computers, man. We haven't got to see the computers in a while. Whether, remember the last couple of days have been dry, and a lot of the volume is already here today. That's what's crazy. That little sell-off, even this buyback, that's already 17 million in volume on the SPY. So, again, you're holding a little bit here. Let's see. Very, very big level. The bids are drying up. 40.80, 40.90. 40.89, 40.90. You're at 40.92 on the SPX. Wait for it. Is Apple, Tessie. Bonds are still holding, though, which is good. Yeah, you're doing 1 million a minute on S&P volume right now. But watch out. If this rejects, that downtrend is still going to be intact from the open. Again, a couple of other names are doing a lot better there, even like Apple and the other ones. So it's holding. Bonds are ripping good. UAL. Watch Boeing, too. Again, that I'm surprised Boeing didn't go up a lot more off of the UAL news. So that it's fighting there still. 40.92. All right. Somehow those bids just showed up. There's a couple more of these asks here, but it's fighting, dude. They're putting the air brakes on. Myrna, I have no idea, but there's good Myrna news. It was like they had 2 different drugs, and then one of them was even like related to cancer. It was crazy. Yeah, Redfin's getting fire. Bonds are breaking out, though. So I like that for now. Again, we're still even in those two, but I think the bonds are kind of pointing a little bit to the high side right here. 40.94, you're approaching the high of where we opened. Again, the futures were much higher. But this is where you were at right at the opening candle, which was right in the middle of the 15-minute period. 40.95, 40.97. See what the bonds do here, but you're getting towards it. I don't know why the SPY looks a little lower. SPX, you're about to hit a new high. And there it is. So new high of the day has been set. SPY has not hit that level, ironically enough. Yeah, Netflix is doing decent now. So bonds hit a high and they chilled out. So watch out. Market could slow down here if the bonds don't play along. Maybe they want to catch up. I think there's a little bit of a gap, but watch out. 4097 is the new intraday high, but you are nowhere near where your futures were at here near the morning or in the pre-market. Tesla, Netflix calming down. Boeing's still on the low. Again, Dow's the worst on the day, but up 1.6. So there you go. It's calming down with the bonds, and you're right above VWAP. VWAP was increasing. Again, the volume's high, so VWAP is not, not shy to move today. Man, the wicks are huge. Again, you got those sells. The bids somehow just keep showing up, but there is a lot of sells here. You're 10 points away or 7 points away from that level here. Nvidia is still holding up. So is Netflix. I'd watch Apple too. Apple got a big candle. This is more muted, but this is just what happened with the non-farm. So even then, though, this might turn into a sell-off day in a very weird way if it does want to get bad. But at the same time, though, the economic data is good, and then that'll buy time leading into Powell. But I think people are going to have to clean this up. No, bond dropping here, but the bonds are holding. So, again, you're at the 40.88. You're not really respecting the level. If it flushes from here, there's no respect. But if it could bounce above here, I'll take that as a good sign, especially with the bonds holding up. This is getting interesting. Apple. And Netflix still holding. There's Tesla's even starting to come back up now. There's his time to shine. So it's respecting the 40.88 a little bit, but anything can change in the next 30 seconds. But I want to see that. That'd be a good sign. And again, bonds are also doing the dance too. And then Tesla had that pop. Again, everything had a little pop and it's slowing down. Bonds, Tesla, but it wasn't enough to lead it in there. Apple's just barely below the NASDAQ. Again, Apple, the thing is on a lot of names right now, they are still up a lot. And that's what you got to keep in mind. Yeah, I don't think there is a day trade limit on futures, but you have a limit in terms of like margin you could use is what I found out recently. Nah, bonds are giving it up a little bit. And again, this level is huge. 40.87. Why does this day look so familiar? I feel like it's kind of like here the other day, but we were much lower. But again, you're getting way more volume. Let's see. No respect that. Or maybe I think we're kind of like here that last Wednesday. 2 Wednesdays ago before Powell. I want to say that was other data. So you're getting some decent bid support. This is both the VWAP, the SPX level, and the bonds are leading right now. Reminds me of the Powell move a little bit, but I'm glad it sold off in the morning, though. This is at least because, again, it's not. That means there wasn't this backdated pressure like last time. Again, last CPI, bro, it was just greedy longs all day. So this is it's keeping people in the game. It's getting people out. And I think it's offering a lot of different opportunities there. So it's going to be good. And this is it's really going to create either a squeeze setup or something. But we'll find out. We're moving up, but don't get too excited now. Again, I need 4,100 to feel any sort of uptrend. Again, the futures, or you got to get to these pre-market levels to neuter it. 41.40. You need 10 more points on the futures, or this shit's not neutered. Right now, you're still technically in a downtrend. Bonds are giving you a little bit more support, but we'll find out. Netflix doing good. RTX. All right, bonds are catching up with it. SPY's kind of leading, but on the broader, there's a little bit of delay. Again, I'm going to say a lot about bonds and stocks, so hopefully you follow along because I'm going to speak quick. Some of it may not make sense. I just watch the shape of these two and how they're playing out. But there is a gap between the actual percentages, and then bonds are lagging against the NASDAQ. Oil on the high, that'll lift it. Again, energy will be good. Consumer staples are the worst at the day at 0.8. Communications are the best at 4. 4133. Again, futures at 4140 neutralizes. And now you're hitting a new high on the S&P. That's the crazy part, bro. Your SPY is bullshitting you right now. So the SPY is scamming you, but SPX is already above. Every cash level is up right now. Cash and futures are going up. Tesla, is he not going up? Oh, Tesla, man. Again, Tesla already has a game, but it's not hitting as hard. But we'll see. I think Tesla might come in if the market slows down. Or Elon just dumping on us all. Moderna's up 20, biggest rally since March 14th. So now you got 4,100 on the SPX. Wow. That's huge. I think next level is 4,113, and then 4,115, 4,120. The levels of here on Friday. And then even then, your base support here from any of the other moments. And then 41.33 would be if we really get bullish. And then 41.60 if you think it squeezes. But this is good now. You've neutralized the sell-off from the morning. Yeah, a lot of things are doing good. I forgot we have Amazon and we have and then I need Disney to come back. And then we have a little bit of the Ubers, so we'll see. Oh, big bid on the bonds. The hell? Very, very big bid on the bonds. So again, dudes, I think they're scamming on the SPY. Because the SPY is not hitting a new high. And again, now you probably have, 10 more points to go up here? So, again, last time we hit 4,100, you've sold off every time. So it's not like this won't be an easy one. There's a lot of sells coming in now. 41.40 on the futures. This is where we neutralize or not. Ay, ay, ay. All right. I sold my futures, 15,000 net profit, 14,900. I sold all of them. I'm just going to write out any of the bullish shares I have. And then I might reload at the bottom here if it drops. So again, even from yesterday, it's a 25K swing. I have a bunch of shares. I think it's going to go up, bro. I think it's going to go up. I had max 18,000. I left $3,000 on the table, and it's going to fight here. But then just looking at my portfolio, I have the bonds. I have a lot of shit in there. You know, I have bonds. I have Amazon. I have 100 shares of Tesla, 100 shares of Apple. And then I'm going to use the futures to reload on anything. Or I might come in on one smaller, but let 21 do its thing. You know what I'm saying? Beautiful, though. Again, we have all of these here in play. Yeah, I'm just playing it smart because I would hate to I didn't like 10. Literally, at the low here, I was only up 10,000. Here's at 5,000. But if I squeezed it out for the high, it was there. But I cleared it up, though. I gave liquidity. So, Chad, if it's going to run through here, it's going to rocket above this sell order. If not, it's going to have a dip and then reload and then hit it up again, is my opinion. But I don't want to take too big of a risk there. Again, 49,100 is big. And then again, here's the logic too. By getting out of it, I could roll over to the next one. So now any of my new plays will be on the other futures. 6B. Yeah, these are going to balance out. And then I closed out the yen. That's going to be like $4,000 profit. But then I'm closing out $8,000 loss on the pound. And then I'm going to reopen them right now. On the next contracts, though. So that I'm just getting ahead of my rollover. And then I cleared out the ES, so now I'll be good. So I went long on the yen for the next contract, and then I'm doing the same thing now, and I'm shorting the pound. So again, it's the same $4,000 from months ago. I don't think we're going to watch Biden. I'd rather watch the market. So I just rolled over all of the currency plays that were left, and then that's it. We're pretty clean right now, just shares. Tesla's dumping. Tesla's just being a little bitch boy. Excuse me. It's okay, though. We love him. Tesla. Yeah, if I took that one in the morning, that would have been a lot better. But again, I like where we're at right now. Even Amazon's doing some work. We got the RTX too. All right, that could be the little reload there. Let me see one more. Damn, that was a big candle. Again, it's like a weird no man's land, but like I said, we needed to hold that. I just don't like how the downtrend is intact a little bit here, and then we'll go from there on anything. And remember, Jerome Powell is tomorrow. Tesla, though, I think if the market goes down, I think he's eventually going to bounce, but he's not doing what I expected as of now. Apple even giving up. The bonds are holding too, which is great. Tesla. You're right at VWAP. There it all, dude. They're walking that shit down. So again, there's a lot of bids, but they're tweaking on this. So again, that was even very, very big volume. And then there's a big sell order. See if it turns into an order trap, but they're walking it down here a little bit. If it breaks below there, that's gonna continue the downtrend here. And now you're below VWAP. The bonds are still there. I'm gonna close out the bonds. So close out the bonds, 375 profit. And again, we have profits and we're ready to reload, man. Mm, 21. The 21 moving average. Can you do something for me? And you talk to the... All right. Okay, I went long on one ES now on the active contract. So I'm only going to go with one. Remember, I was holding 3. I'm in at 41.22. I think you got 20 points downside risk again, and then 20 points upside from there. And then I'm not going to go big just yet, and we'll balance it out. So again, hopefully you see I trimmed the big position, took a little profits. I still think there's risk here now, but now I'm gonna lose maybe $1,000, $2,000. We're not gonna give back 10, 15,000. You know what I'm saying? So, and then now we still have the shares. They're still doing decent. Closed out the bonds with profit. And then I'm still leaning to the upside, but now I have a shit ton of cash. And then I am going to close out this one, though. I'm going to close out the RTX. That one's 200 net profit. So, again, we're still going to book some along the way and then make sure we hold some shares. Tesla's fucking me, though. Excuse me. Sorry, I love you. Don't cuss. Oh, excuse me. Sold RTX. Is that Apple? So there's the ES. But again, even with any losses we've taken on any of the short flips, I mean, it's going to be impossible to get clapped today. So again, I think net gain, even though I'm up 19,000 overall with a lot of shit. And then again, we've already realized 16,000. We have $200 net loss open on that one I just hit. So we good, bro. We good. And then we reopened. Again, I cleared up all the pound and the bond, and or the yen and the pound, and then the bonds too. We will wait for tax loss. That sucks. Oh, I need more losses now after today. And then we still got Disney, Uber to come back, and then Amazon. And then I'm holding XLU. I like that one. Disney, Uber. Am I missing anything? You're going down a little bit. I feel like I'm missing one. Do I have Uber? Uber, Disney. These are the ones we need to just make up on. And then Amazon's doing good. And that's it. And then I still have the Netflix and then the Apple from this morning. All right. We're good. We're chill. And then I went one big ES here around 41.22. I think we might dance a little bit, and then if it flushes again, there you go. But we'll be good. I still have PBRV. I didn't play PBF yesterday. We just called out the news on that one. The 15 minutes are done right now. That's it. No more 15-minute shit. It's just going to be, that was pre-market, and that kind of showed us that we should have got, like, that's why I was like, it's weird because you didn't move in those increments. So now wait till Euro close. And that's it. I think if we sell off any further from here, the bonds are showing it, but then just wait till Euro close, and then we'll go from there. Again, another dump, 41.44. I'm just happy we're now on the active contract again. So again, do you guys see what I did there? Like I'm down $400 by taking it in the middle, but I saved $5,000 again because here we were only up $10,000 off the sell-off. So we got to play that pretty nice here. I love it. I love how we're positioned now, except for Tesla. Come on, Elon. I'm down on Tesla. I had $1,000 on Tesla this morning. And then again, we closed out the RTX. I will keep. No, the NASDAQ. I want to play the NASDAQ, but he's scary. He's up a lot. Maybe we could dive back into the bonds. If the bonds dive, I might be down for that one. That would be a good reload play, but they're still holding up very well. New low right now in the market. Again, Netflix still holding. Tesla dumping. Even Amazon gave some up. Apple is now below 3%. Even the NASDAQ's below 3%. BA red. I know even the options got clapped on that. Big volume on the way down, bro. It's all algos, bro. They're walking it down. Watch 4,100 flat now. Again, you're already breaking 4,110. Let's pull up the SPX. Apple is dumping now too. Yeah, 40.69. This is a big level. If it does go a little lower, otherwise 40.60. 40.69 to 40.60, but that's it now. And then that should coincide with a break of 4,100. Yeah, you're holding this level for now. which isn't bad, but again, you can see the top end leads you 100 points higher. So this is good. If not, this isn't as bad, but like we're saying, I think this is going to start shaking some people out. Can you talk to the yeah, NASDAQ trims losses 3% now. Is that technically, I don't know, you fill the gap at 39.89. Nah, I'd wait here. Again, you could go for some greedy plays here, but I would go from this one, and it'll be good. Nice, Chad. We're good. We're good. Yeah, there's going to be a lot more here. Let this thing ride for a little bit. Hey, dude, I'm telling you, there's going to be fireworks by the end of the day. And just don't forget, Powell does not speak till 2 p.m. tomorrow. So imagine just all of that. Origin's up 6-4. They should be granted 1-5 to fund it, baby, on Thursday. Let's go. That one tax exception news was huge. And I think people want it. That print was way too low. I said it yesterday, though. Expectations were too low. That's it. That's how they scammed you by making PPI. Bro, PPI, they were expecting a 1.5% drop. CPI, they were expecting 0.3. PPI comes in a 1% lower. Everybody sold it off. They're like, nah, man, it missed expectations, but it was huge. You see what I'm saying? But then this time around, it was like, dude, I said it on the watch list yesterday. So, and then again, the month over month, though, there's good things you could take out of this. John Ray. Yo, you can see his face, bro.
That are now filing for bankruptcy. And by the way, they might not be the only ones. And so it's very hard to say here that crypto can't be regulated or shouldn't be regulated in some form when Americans are losing money.
Look at
Global
this.
investors are
That's
losing
him.
money. But
I haven't
would
seen
also
him.
say to your point here on do they really want to regulate this? There's a ton of other issues
I've
going
seen
on
him
here
before,
for this
bro.
committee alone, let alone the Senate banking as well, that go far above and beyond cryptocurrencies. So when you think about how to regulate
he's an
the
actor.
financial system,
Nah,
is crypto the
I've seen
main
him in a
game
movie
town?
from the 90s,
You could
bro.
argue that given that
Nah, I've seen him in a movie from the 90s, bro. Come on. You're telling me, bro. I swear I seen him in one of these Christmas movies. Stoogie, that's why you laughing, dog. I know you heard me. He said, yup. You see that? He was like, yup, you're right, Josh. You're right. Uh-huh. Nah, bro, that's it. I've seen him. Fuck that, bro. Nah. Yeah, nah, this guy, look at, he laughing. You hear, bro? This is you from Home Alone, bro. Stop it. Stop it. I've seen him before. Nah, dude. All right, I need to go
get your sense of who's got a handle on it,
CFTC commissioner.
what is going to happen next.
I don't know. We don't need the video. All right,
Good
I'll be right
morning.
back.
Thank you so much for having me. I think what we now see with certainty is that this is a moment.
Follow me on
this
Instagram,
is an
at the
hour where
Trading
we should
Fraternity.
never let a good crisis go to waste. The implosion of FTX, the speed and rapidity that you describe, the rapid decline of the firm itself, and then the revelations. Accounts and now increasingly in complaints filed by DOJ, SEC, and presumably other federal regulators shortly illustrate an utter, as John J. Ray described it, failure of corporate governance and risk management oversight and absolute disregard for the appropriate controls that should have been around or surrounding or influencing any access to customer assets or customer funds.
Kristen, the CFTC has now sued Sam Bankman-Fried, FTX, and Alameda Research for violations of federal commodities laws. There are also claims that those executives took hundreds of millions of dollars in loans from Alameda and used it to buy stuff like real estate. Walk me through the lawsuit that you guys have now.
Absolutely right. It's a perfect description of the suit we're bringing. It alleges fraud on the part of the firm and on the part of management with respect to oversight of omnibus accounts of customer assets. These pools of customer funds were treated like stashes of cash and used to do all kinds of inappropriate things, including leverage plays to acquire competitors, acquisitions of lavish beachfront homes. This is the antithesis of anything that is permitted in regulated markets, and we have oversight authority to bring fraud claims and fraud and market manipulation claims under Section 6 of the Commodity Exchange Act.
Bring some clawbacks to the donations, too. They will. Apparently, $72 million of political donations are at risk of clawbacks, where they will have to be returned because it is fraud. That's usually how it works. So the Capitol thing is on there. Maxine Waters is talking. I'm not going to listen to it again. I'm happy that some justice was served, but I want to know who the bankruptcy list is. That's it. I'm still not as happy, bro. That's it. I'm always happy, but you know what I'm saying. Like, that's it. I'm not here to listen to them fucking. Excuse me. I'm sorry. Sorry for the language today too. I was a lot better the other days, but there's a lot of emotions today. You know what I'm saying? So, yeah. But we'll wait. Not satisfied. It's a good start, though. It's a good start. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's a good start. It's definitely a good start. So, you're moving up here a little bit now. Again, we trimmed out most of everything, even took profits on the bonds. Still have the share plays, and then I have one ES left. I reopened it now, so you can see these are just going to be separate because these were two different contracts now. But now I'm on the active contract. Oh, flip. Hold on. But the bonds are going up. That one's going to be decent, but give it a little bit more time here now. Again, we're getting rid of some of the first initial moves and jitters. We're going to have a long day ahead. I would watch here. This is going to be the greedy long, and it could get ugly from here if it does end up dropping towards the 40-60, but this is where I think you're going to really going to get more movement than not. Otherwise, if it breaks out from here, if it could respect the 40-90, that's a good sign for where we're going to go. Are you getting scammed? No, I did very good. I'm very content with everything right now. Make sure you book some profits, though. Again, if you were even riding with me and you've seen the last couple of weeks, again, we just turned negative 11,000 into positive 15,000 net. But if you don't take the money, now it's only 10,000 if you're still holding it on the same size. So just make sure you guys are booking something along the way because we have a huge move tomorrow as well, too. Okay, so stay in the game. This was a nice gift. We got to run with it, but again, a good day could turn to a bad day if you get too greedy, okay? And then vice versa, though. A bad day could turn to a good day, and you're going to be good. I've closed out the main ES. I have one left now. So I had 3 of these to begin with. I realized 15,000 net profit. I changed contracts to 1, and then now I'm holding shares. But this one, pretty much, I won't experience more than 2 or 3 grand of damage today. I doubt on one contract, and I won't go crazy with it. So, and then we'll go from there. And then we have until Powell as well, too. But I've taken most off of the table now by this point. So even if it runs up, I can make a little bit more. But at the end of the day, I've cleaned most of it. I think Tesla will bounce back, though. I think, again, it's going to have to do this. It was up a lot, but Tesla, I believe it did something similar last time. The calls are scamming, and even then there's a huge divergence between SPX and SPY. So even equities right now are not, I could only imagine how it's being weighted right now, but it's definitely different. Boyle and UNG are on the high. See, like, that's why I think when we get more reds, Tesla will bounce. But it did sell up. I'm waiting for another setup, but I'm not going to force it. I'm cool with one ES right now on that other one just in case. But like I'm saying, if it breaks below here, then we're going to have to see. And then I still have the shares. I took the RTX. I'm waiting on Disney and Amazon. We have a couple of those, but Disney already gave up. And then I think I have the Uber, and then that's about it. I'm still in Boyle and UNG. And that one will be determined by weather at this point. Yeah, Myrna's going great. Again, Myrna had just a host of good news. It's up too much, though, now. Again, if we even took it in the morning, that was $20 a share. And then I'm waiting for the bonds, though. The bonds are not freaking me out yet. And the bonds, I think, will guide us. Apple kind of catching a leading candle. I don't know. I feel like the SPY options did good if you had them from yesterday or if you were on a daily in the money. Is that fair to say, Chad? I wear my SPY option players. So when does the week expire? Let's see. So like if you went for, I don't even know. I'll look at the December 16th. So you're coming down. No, you got 50%. And you had a fat run up yesterday. So it just depends. If you bought in late, if you were one of the late straddles, you only made 50%, 100%. And then even in the morning, you had maybe 100 instead of 50. It wasn't bad, but then I can only imagine the out of the monies. Some of them are pretty much the same price as yesterday. So if you were far out the money, you got clapped. And these are on weeklies. So, and then I don't know where. Let's go for a little bit more time. The shares weren't bad. Again, a lot of the shares are still, the Tesla was doing a lot better. I'm break even on it, but there was a way better opportunity on some of those. Not anything with time is up a lot, 50%. But again, you had a lot of risk compared to yesterday. I think it's just what you've been seeing all year. I don't think it's anything new. That's it. It's just you remember you're not making as much on options. But what are you doing? You're not spending as much. So I made a lot of money today, but I had to expose myself to a lot of dollar for dollar risk. So hopefully I honestly at this point I think the options are kind of fair in that sense where it's like what you're giving up, you only put in a little bit of money. So it's like if you're not you didn't get exposed to the same like movement, but it's only offering you 50 to 100% for that reward. No, I think it's low risk, low reward. So you see, options used to be high risk, high reward, but I think I'm viewing options as low risk, low reward now in that sense, if that makes any sense. Yeah, I already rolled on my futures again, and that's what I did here. Even the futures that I took today, because I was on the previous contract, so we got to roll out of that and do our thing. A 140 on Microsoft and Apple. It's good. It's very, very good. BYSI. I need to look at the Robinhood tomorrow after Powell, and then we're going to clap it. Yeah, you could lose it all with daily options, but again, you could only lose what you put in. So, like, imagine all of the plays that we made. I was down dollar for dollar. So it's like if you only put in $200 on an option, there you go. Bro, Myrna's going insane. Where's the other biotech? We had another biotech in the morning. MGTA. SPY coming down still. This one was another one. They're up 23. I think they had a leukemia drug. Yeah, I'm going to go with it because all the biotechs are holding up. I like it. They had leukemia drug approval, MGTA. I went 200 shares, only like $300. 142. Not a recommendation. You will lose money. MGTA. And then you're flushing now. So that 1ES is already bringing me down $1,000 there, 1,200 on the ES from VWAP. And then VWAP is declining now heavily, but this is it now, 40.60. Give it one more here. Again, now the danger zone is that you get back down to like 40.50. So let's see now. Uh-oh. You don't want to drop below here because last time we dropped below here, it was this is where we got trapped on the other ones, the 40.50s. So see here again, if you want greedy long, I would go from here, maybe 40.58. Otherwise, if you want a safe one, I'd say 40.50 or 40.40. But again, that's where I got trapped on my other ESs. Yeah, so that's breaking below 4,100 now on the futures. That's a very big level. I only have one ES on the next month. So I closed out the other one. We took 15,000 profit. And now I have a 1,300 loss open right now. And that's the final one. And then, yeah. And I just opened MGTA. And then we have all of our shares. Then Amazon, Tesla, and a couple of others gave back the gains. There, bro, you're breaking 40s, 57. So that's the level we are waiting for here. Again, it's either really going to flush from here and you have another 20 points, another $1,400, or we actually get some real bid support here. But watch out again. You are below the 4,100. And then that's the bonds bouncing out. That's it. You're below, bro. You're below the pre-market levels here. That's the high, yeah, again. Oof. Still like 80 to 100 points of risk on the NASDAQ. So again, it's the book map is even, it's been doing this all day, but watch here for another low. SPX 40.58. This is the final lower level, but then it opens up a lot of the room here to the downside. And again, at least the bonds got a little bit of a bounce. John Ray is speaking now. 405. Come on. Looks like a reverse of when CPI was bad and we rallied. It does a little bit. But again, we're going to find out by the end of, what's it called? We're going to find out by the end of the day as it leads into Powell. Nah, 40.50 is another, bro, that's another 10, 20 points right there. Again, even the net, bro, Dow's only down, or only up 0.7 now. And then you got 0.1 on the, 1.5 on the S&P. So 40.86. They're not even giving it anything else there. And then the bonds are fighting. All right, I went one NQ for a flip. NQ long. So we'll see if we get anything here. Can you talk to the me? Let's see what we have. And then we'll see if he gets the 40.60 or not, but that'll be a key level here. Bro, Myrna is just going stupid still. This guy's crazy, man. And then again, see if we get near 4190, 4100, I think will be 40.60 on SPX. Okay, that's a decent pop. All right, I got 400 on that one. I'm out. Again, we'll take the little ones. We'll take the little ones. And then again, I'm still in the ES, but again, we're just working into that one. So again, I still like this level on the downside. I just want to see how it is. But Tesla, 52-week low. They breaking the piggy bank. No. Why are you doing red fins on the low? What the Was that 30 seconds? Yeah, it was. No, that was about like 1 minute. 1 minute on the dot. 1 minute. I was like, damn, that was. I didn't. That felt like a long ass 30 seconds, dog. Tesla's leading the way down. Yeah, I like the bonds holding up. If the bonds flush though, that'll probably be my next play. Yeah, 165 is that level we were talking yesterday. I can't believe that one. That one I could have played better, but again, everything's smaller. I just have money on that one earlier. That's the only one that I held too long with it. Otherwise, even the Apple and the other one, I don't think they're too bad. Netflix was just bad fills. Honestly, I think I'm just going to reset on those. I'm going to close the Netflix. Again, because I already booked the losses on that. And then Apple, too, down 80. Because now if I just hold one ES, we'll be good. Oof. But I like the shares. I'm going to hold the Apple shares. Damn it, now I messed this up. I'm just going to sell one share so it gets... I don't want to readjust my screen. So we'll see. But I closed out the Netflix. Again, I already had I flipped that earlier. I'm going to hold the Apple, though. I'm going to hold the Apple, but Netflix, $80 loss. And then overall, just $600 or whatever from whatever we did today. There's 700 there. I only have 99 shares now, yes. You're still holding. This is the big level here, man, and it's still getting held. But let's see if you get another one of the flushes. Myrna. Daily Scab, good luck, baby. Thank you for posting the place. Yeah, sell off, but that's what I'm saying. It might. Actually, we got one more hour, though. So maybe we just keep selling in the Euro close. But I do think once we start hitting certain levels, there'll be a good risk to reward. They're just shaking it up. It's like a reverse of, again, it feels like one of these other days, but it feels like a reverse, what's it called? Reverse non-farms. I think maybe we go to 40, 30 at the worst of the bottom, but we will find out. No, you could still keep flushing if it really gets bad. Even Apple's starting to dump. So already down almost 2K on the ES. That's crazy, actually. Again, even one of them moves pretty big. 40, 50. Oof. So again, there's a lot of bid support, a lot of volume coming in. We'll see how this one plays out. But again, I think 40-40 would be the next level. And then I think 4,000 flat or 40-30 might be the real solid support level. But we're going to see you're taking the next dump. So now you're almost between the range 448 to 433. NASDAQ is almost going to be below 2%. So NASDAQ already broke 12,100. Little pop, same with the bonds and a couple of other names. But see, that was a big flush. And even the size of it, you might miss out on that one if it's already moved there. It's taking you to that low candle we already purchased. What's the volume like, man? 34 million by the first hour, bro. You're 3 times the average volume right here. That's crazy. That is crazy. And now you're 15 points below. You need to get up to 4,100. That'll be your next little mini run there. But nope, let's giving it back up there. More flush. 40, 49. You broke the 40, 50. That candle's still holding green. Tesla is just dumping right now. Elon has to be selling. He has to be selling on that one. All right, that one's decent. Again, you're getting a little bit of the move on the bonds, but he has to really hold. Uber now flipping to the low. They were doing a little bit better. Okay, I went with another NASDAQ flip. That one looks decent. Again, it has to get back up there. The NASDAQ was lower than where I played it, believe it or not, on the first one. So NASDAQ is just underpacing a lot, but he could still flush, and I'm sure what's his name's not helping him. Young, what's his name? Elon? Elon is not being a good sport. Finally, you're getting your move up here now. 40.90 is good. It's going to the same exact level that we just did last time. So let's see. Does he have it in him? All right, I took another 375 on that one. So again, now I still have the ES, but I've already realized 780 in these 2-minute flips here. I think that one was 30 seconds. Yeah, that was 39 seconds, so we good. We good on that one. But I like this move if it can get you to VWAP. And then again, I've realized enough. We'll take it up here. And then again, we'll hold anything else. SMMT's back on the high. Netflix bounce. Oh, yeah. Big bounce on that one. It's a good bounce, but we got to be careful if it rejects 4,100 here, because this could start looking like the downtrend. But this is what I wanted on the first one. Cut out early, got in here a little bit, but watch for the dance here, and then we'll go from there. It's holding up. Again, if you get back 4,100, market will look very good on that. Elon. I mean, honestly, the NASDAQ, that Elon move isn't helping, but I definitely think Elon is selling at this point. But we'll see. Shout out free speech. I'll take it. Had it last bit long. Yes. Good luck, my friend. Can you... Why? Someone said that in the morning, and now I'm like, I keep singing Drake and 21 Savage all day today, man. Is it crazy? Elon, I think, because Elon is just getting attacked left and right. And then if I don't know if he's on a variable interest rate or not with his deal, but either way, I mean, I don't mind it. I own the shares. Elon, I don't know. It's not good. You know, obviously Elon is bringing up stuff that will like harm his business and people don't like it, but I don't know. There's just something about, I don't know why, like I said, it's like one day we'll be free. Free from what? Freedom. What? It's like, even if he's doing it to himself, it's like, I think he's supporting something decent. I mean, I don't like certain stuff, and like he goes on I don't trust Elon fully, but I do appreciate the freedom of speech. I do. So I'll support the cause. Yeah, the business is doing well, but he's not. But like, that's the thing. At the end of the day, like, he may have some other opinions that people don't like, but he is just all he's done is allowed a platform where you could say whatever you want, and that comes with bad, but then there's also good with it too. But that's it, man. That's why I'm like, I don't get it. I'm not that bothered by it. Oh, we got the 20-year auction today, huh? Okay, screw that. Let's hit it. Oh, what did I sell out at, though? I knew I sold out a little higher, but I went long on the bonds. Another ZN at, what's it called? 115.035. Long on ZN. Not a recommendation. You will lose money. There's risk if it comes down on there, but I like how they're going. And then the risk is the 30-year bond auction. Honestly, if they can match up with the bonds, this could be good. If now the NASDAQ, yep, you're getting your other flush, bro. Oh, wow, that's a big one. So, again, watch out here now. I think your next level might really just be 40-30. And then it could get a little bit crazy. The price of the 394, what about it? I mean, you could look it up too, but I'm seeing, or wait, today I would look at the weeklies or the ending this week than not. I see the 394 at 6 cents expiring today. Biden talking, flush. So now you're a little bit lower than, but again, this is looking very, oh, wow, that's big bid support on that one, though. Hold on. They hit 478. Watch if these get cleared out. Oh, it is. Dude, this is very, very computer. Very, very computer. They want it, bro. They want it. So watch for 434. Again, the bonds are still holding up, which is good. SBFO 90% at Alameda. So where are we now? Bruh, this is ugly now. That's it. You're even below the safe zone. That's it. You're going even lower. I mean, you might hold here, but if it flushes 433, it's going to be a nightmare. You can't get above Powell. That's actually crazy. 439 now on the SPX. 438. Again, now you're only 1.8 on the NASDAQ. Let's see. Bonds came down a little bit. Danger. Will Robinson. I'm going to wait on this one. Again, I think you'll get nice bounces here just like those other ones, but the real downside now is going to be NASDAQ testing 12,000. Trick trap and frustrated. It is. I mean, hopefully you see it. You had an opportunity for money. You came down. You got one more reload. It was like there. That was the time to reload on or like rebalance, take some. But now that's it. But it's still a big gain. And they're just moving it around here a little bit. I'm not, again, don't forget what just happened. And maybe I think that the lower this goes, though, the more bullish Powell is going to be, and then vice versa. The higher the market goes, the more bearish for Powell. So this is going to be quite interesting, but I think they are controlling it here, or you have a lot of competing forces, and they're keeping it pinned. It's not all bad. It's not all bad. If you were expecting more, just remember it's only been an hour and 15 minutes. So just think about that for a second. It's been a literal hour and 15 minutes. So we got a whole day ahead of us, and you've already moved now about 2%, 3% on the NASDAQ and the S&P. So there's moves right here. And just don't worry. I mean, where you end up might look a little different, but this is the opportunity that we are going to be dealing with here. That's big volume on the SPY. Is that holding? That's a big bounce from there. So watch out. It could make a move all the way to 40.60 again. Otherwise, just watch for the 40.30, and then that might be it. But that's a nice one. You're clearing orders, and a lot of volume came in there. But, again, you saw that happen twice already in the last 30 minutes. And then VWAP has dropped dramatically on that one. Beautiful. Well, if that goes up, that'll be nice. They're taming it. I like it, though. The tamer, again, maybe this could be on the notion that Powell might, the statement is probably going to sound bullish tomorrow. And then now, think about it. You just gave up all of this. So, dude, you're even getting to the earlier, levels. You're getting to the earlier pre-market levels where he ran. But do you see what I'm saying? It's like now maybe you need Powell to confirm 5%, pretty much. $40.80 again. This is another big level. Still dramatically lower, but you've had that little bounce. It's good. I don't think any of this bad. Bonds coming down a little bit, so that's not too good there. But market hit a new low before the bonds. Yeah, and it's a big option expiration, and they want to scam you. So it's already been a wild one, man. Already been a wild one. How can they do this? Nobody is forcing you to play. That's why. That's all it is. Again, whether it's options or anything, the ups and downs, the algorithms, at the end of the day, you can sit out on any of this and let it become easier. But this is the nature of it. That's why. It's like, how can they get away with? How did even Sam, bro? But serious, I don't even mean that. Like, I hope you don't misinterpret that as like, I'm not trying to clap at anybody. Like, for real, I just mean it in the sense where it's like, this isn't something where, you're signing on the dotted line, you're accepting all of it, but it's just like, let them do their thing here. And if you're not getting a handle of it right now, take a step back. And again, this is what I've been saying, the final boss is tomorrow. So that is the key that we should be looking at here. And I hope you just don't get frustrated on any of this. And you're going to find some dope moves in here. There it is. So that's a good bounce there. I wanted that one, but I said I'm going to wait till 40.30. That's a big one there. And what time is it? You have 45 minutes here till Euro close. That's a great walk up here. Again, there's that bid support, but if that disappears, that's not going to be good. At this point, I think that's it. All bets are off. Like danger zone, you go back to 401. Or, again, if we could get back up here, you might slow down a little bit at, 406.50? Yeah, Euro close will be good. And then bonds are gapping a little bit now from the low, so market's kind of leading it ahead. There it is. Oh, if that could hold, that'll be great. And the volume, again, this stopped the VWAP from declining right now. But again, I'd be watching the bonds and then just the levels we're at. But again, don't be, if you're not up for them ready to pull the rug or to bid it up on you, just take a step back. Again, I wanted that last little flip. We already went 2 for 2, but I want to wait for the next low here, but then it might be more challenging if we come back down. If we reject that and hit that low, it's going to be ugly. So either way, we're still holding one more of the ESs, taking a lot of profits on here. I think you should still have profits from yesterday in a weird way, depending on what you're holding. But again, now also keep in mind how you get set up for Powell, and just don't forget, it's been an hour and 15 minutes since the market is open. The SPY is even lagging behind the SPX and the futures heavily today. So even then, that's word to more option scamming, you know what I'm saying? But it's just like even the indexes, the ETF indexes are a little bit off today. The volume's huge right now. It's coming in. This is a great sign. Great sign. But watch, because if it rejects that 40.58, you're going to have a problem. I don't know, dude. This reminds me of that one violent down day, though. I hate these when it's just like, bro, these violent moves up and down are hideous. So you're already making a little bit move of it down there. 12,100 not being respected on the NASDAQ at all. Be 2, 3. Oh, wow. NASDAQ already flushing. Damn it. Was him arrested? He might sell Hood, maybe. I checked the other day. He's still an owner, so that will be good. These violent delights have ends, sort of. Yeah, these violent delights have violent ends. Yeah. But then again, it's just nature of CPI and what we're moving is like, just there's violence today. That's all. Again, you're seeing it. We're doing $400 flips in 30 seconds. So if you're not ready to position on any of this, you know, a little bit of caution will go a long way, but it's just violent up and down. So approach with caution, my friend. I think Powell, it's good though. The lower we go coming into Powell, the better. But I think Powell, the statement is going to read very bullish. And then I think the Powell is just going to beat it down now. Because, again, we're already high. We could go a little bit higher. But then, again, just off of the data, I would not be surprised to hear Powell, act a certain way, if that makes sense. Because, again, they're going to have to address what just happened. They're going to say, although, and we've noticed this, and it's a good sign, yabba-da-dabba-da-doo, we're still not done. We still are going to hold this, but the statement is going to be good. But then I think Powell is going to just knock it out and just say, nah, but chill out. I think even halfway through Powell, it will even go up. But then I don't think they're going to be down. Damn it. I wanted to hit the NASDAQ short, but then I said, fuck it. Excuse me. Sorry. But I'm happy with what we've done so far today, so I don't want to get too exposed. And even then, that ES from earlier, down 2K, we've already made realized profits on the other one too. Watch out now, because you've given all of this back. It could bounce here, but I don't like this one. Again, I think 40-30. Don't let him tell you. No one's telling me. That's my own personal decision. But thank you, though. Amen. Amen, baby. I'm here to play. I'm here to play, baby. I hope you are, too. It's almost done. If that could hold up, it'll be good. But the bonds finally hit a new low. I think we can need these guys to match up a little bit. The ghetto double bottom. They are. Everything SPY. SPY and bonds are doing great right now. They're perfectly aligned. Yeah, there's the bonds moving off of it. All right, I went long on the NASDAQ. We'll take it a little bit. It's scary, but I like it a little bit better here. Again, it's like halfway through there. If it can hold up, you'll get a little bit. Again, that one will be a flip, or I'm going to lose $700 instantly. Give or take. Again, you don't have even bid support this time or anything around it. I just like how some of this is. If it leads up in here and then we have 30 minutes now, you might get 10 more minutes of downside, but you have 30 minutes now leading into Euro close. So you're either going to flush in a euro close or run up in a euro close. So we'll see how it plays out. Yeah, the 30-year. But again, I think bonds and SPY matched up here now. Again, 1.2 to 1.3. NASDAQ's a little bit ahead, and then now we're 30 ahead. 30 minutes until euro close, which will be its own little catalyst to a degree. Yeah, it's super early. That's why. But again, it's still at a very big danger zone of no man's land if you do fall below here. That's the only negative part. And then again, leading into the, what's it called? Leading into the euro close and everything. It's going to do one or the other. So I had the gains on it, but is about to go break even or negative on that. He has to fight for his right to party, and then Tesla's not helping out. So if you'll get your final flush on this one if it doesn't hold. Yeah, because if you break lower there, because the fact it didn't hit the new low there was a little bit better, but if that starts to give up, it'll get nasty. Can you talk to that? Me. See, already down 200 on the NASDAQ. So, again, 405, that's in play. I think even, again, like 401, 402 is the whatever we were at pre-market. SPY could go down to 402 if it really wanted to. All bets are off right now. I'm just keeping in mind the clock, where we're at, and then bonds and S&P are matched up. So, we'll see. When is the bond auction? Because that will be a driver of both of those. I mean, Tesla's just not helping the NASDAQ at all. You're coming down. Watch out here. If it breaks below that low, we have danger. If it holds here, you might fluctuate, and then that could keep it alive. Or solar. I haven't looked at any of the solar plays today. What's the setup if the Powell tank? If Powell, I mean, we have to wait for Powell to tank it. Otherwise, right now, this is just emotions from everything else. Yeah, First Solar's on the high. Yeah, Tesla crash again. First Solar's running. Yeah, Tesla's bringing you down, I think, here. And then Apple was holding up a little bit better, but now it's giving it back up, too. Mm. 40.80 though. Getting a little bit better there. But this is the death zone. That's the only part that sucks about here. Nope, you're going lower now. Yeah, 40.43 on the SPX. And there's the flush. Again, already down 500 on that NASDAQ here now. We'll probably draw down to 1,000 or 40.34. Then that'll be the next one. Like you said, market is puking on lower CPI. I'm thinking after Powell, though. That's the thing. That one was like right in the middle of it, but let's see as we get into euro close. So you hit a little bit below and you're holding. The bonds did not go as low. So let's see, but you have a little bit more momentum to take you a little lower. Why go long? I'm just doing my own thing, man. So just don't take it too deep with it. Again, it's one thing about where you go long. It's another thing how you plan to manage it. So, I mean, that was the question I've gotten all of last week. So, you know, just vibe with me on it. But you guys, especially you have a badge, you should know. It's how you manage it right now. Nothing matters where you go in. Literally. It's just all, again, we had some awful entries that we were able to turn around there and, you know, set it up. But that's all I'm saying is just it's how you manage your money right now. That will lead you into the promised land, my friend. But where you enter, short or long, because you could even short the top. But depending if you don't play it the right way, you know, it's the same thing. Bouncing up. It could be, but watch out. Again, I'm preparing for more lows if it doesn't hold, but I'm also just get ready here. You have 30 more minutes until euro close. Give it another like 15 minutes, and you might see the early move. So it's not uncommon to run up into the euro move or run down into the euro move. You see what I'm saying? So like yesterday, last time at 10, you had a little bit of a sell-off or hold, and that's what you want to see. But this is, dude, you're just hanging over the edge right now. So bonds are continuing. If the market gets back up to here, they match up. Yeah, banks not playing. Banks are number 9 on the day. They're still up 0.71. The best on the day now is communications, 2.9. And then tech is still up 2.5. Previously high on the NASDAQ. Yeah, that's why it's not like an unknown level that we're at right now. But that's why it's like if it does want to sell off from here, that won't be good. But I think the real test is going to be 4,100 on the futures. And then again, 90 on the SPX. Or even 4,100 on the SPX is actually it's very close. Yeah, 49. You're at futures are at 40.80. Yeah, there's a 40-point gap between them. Yeah, it's dancing. It did the second bounce. Now, again, watch out for the flush, but if not, if it burns more clock here, even better. All it is, it's going to be, again, just wait till Euro close. There's either going to be a big pre-Euro close move or right at Euro close following, we're going to get a gigantic move, I think. So I think it's getting ready for both. Even the volume's coming in now. I like to be positive, man. It's fun, and that's what I'm saying. We have double opportunity. You have all of today, still very early, and then we got Powell, man. And again, just control your balance, and you'll go through anything. That's it. We've taken a lot of profits. I've trimmed a lot of stuff. I still have open plays, but if you leave yourself room to play for the next level, you're going to be fine. And that's, I mean, again, I think that was the moral of the story all week, leading into, what we were able to do. So that's why I'm just saying, I'm here to support both sides. I'm not bullish nor bearish because you've watched me do it with the positions many times. We can move with it, and let's just bob and weave, baby. Just flow with it. Don't fight it. Give yourself balance, and that's it. Just don't get caught over leveraging, being overconfident on anything. Even then, up or down, I don't have that crazy level of confidence on anything today. Otherwise, I would go with 20 contracts, 100 contracts. You know what I'm saying? Where just we got to let it be there and just do your thing. But balance is what will get you in and out of this. I need to step back and stick to real estate. Well, listen, anybody I've heard say that in real estate, it always ended up good. So, like, even Adam and Cole Real Estate, anytime I've heard a real estate story where they're like, I did good on options for a little bit, and then I didn't, and then I said I'm going to just go to real estate, and then now I have a huge real estate career, and so it's usually good. That's honestly great. You just get the long term and do real estate. You won't mind. Trust me. Trust me. That's usually the making. That's a great story right there. Like and subscribe. Yeah, it would be very supportive because YouTube does not like us. So imagine what they do to Elon. I am not a billionaire, and I give away everything for free. So, again, I just say controversial shit. Excuse me. See, from time to time, I love you. If someone buys 40,000 contracts, the volume shows 40,000. If they sell the same day, the volume is 80,000. Yes. The open interest would probably be the same, but yeah, because if you buy, someone sold it to you, and then if you sold, somebody bought it from you. You know what I'm saying? So whether it's a real person or a computer, something is happening. All right, he's fighting a little bit, but the bond stopped flowing. You're almost matched up with where the bond should be. 28 minutes till Euro close. I like the biotechs. I got one today. But they've been good. SDGR. I sound like SDG&E. Schrodinger. Nope. Flip. Dude, it's fighting. That was a big drop and pop there. But like I was saying, bro, they're ready to punch. 40.56. Okay, that one's still fighting back now. It's kind of looking like the early morning gains. But let's see. You got to hold in, but the bonds aren't playing along with that one. But maybe they break out. And again, the volume is just insane today. Even the orders, top and bottom. Bro, you're already at 45 million, Chad. 30 minutes till Euro close, and you've almost traded as much volume as 2 days ago. Even yesterday, you're already half of yesterday's entire volume. So try to fathom that one for a second. There's a lot of this is already one full day packed into today right now. And it's not even, bro, we have, again, 4.5 hours left. And just above it. Coming back down, more big volume. It's still trying to fight here. Very fascinating. 441. Truly mind-numbing. It's good, though. That's what I'm saying. There's just opportunity trade. Bonds are coming down. They're either matching up or if the bonds flush to a new low, watch for the market to do the same. But, yeah, maybe the bonds are just catching up here. But if bonds and stocks hit lows, that's gonna be round 2 to the 40-30. Yeah, that one's not holding. The volume was big on that one, but that means it got met with a lot of force. So you might watch that get reflected here in a couple minutes. Pretty much just a lot of hands were traded right there. 40.79, 40.44. Again, I'm saying 40.33 would be your next level on SPX. So bonds inspired China match. Where's the bonds? Still there. All right, it's fighting a little bit, but don't fall in love with it. Netflix, Roblo even came down. A lot of things came down from earlier. $40.83. I'm happy about the next contract, though, for the futures. That was a relief. Dude, there's so much volume. It's just rocketing the VWAP down, bro. It's crazy. Absolutely crazy. NASDAQ tweaking right now. So if it could break out from here, that'll be good. If not, again, we've been at this level for quite some time. Again, bonds inspire trying to figure out what they want to do right here. They're matched up great and almost to the same percentage, which I like a lot. So let's see. Do y'all see this, bro? 25 minutes till you're getting pinned right now. I don't know. I think monster move coming at Euro close, up or down. I wish I could tell you which way, but we'll see, man. You are getting pinned on everything right now, even the bonds, the stocks. So you're right at Euro close after a very wild morning, Chatadonia. Now, NASDAQ's coming down, and futures are moving faster than anything. So why? There's like a little bit of a lag between the SPX and the future. Futures are dropping way, way sooner. Yeah, so look at that drop was reflected on the futures. If you were watching the P&L right here, just take a look at how that moves faster than SPY. Fat lag on that today. If you're Sam Bankman, you could go for the arbitrage. Get it? Okay. I'll stop. NVIDIA, make it or break it for Tesla. They at the lows. They're staying pinned. They're already near the lows. They're going 155 though if that breaks. Again, bonds are holding. Stocks are lower than the bonds. Again, everything's matched up. 40.81, 40.45. IF snitching. IF's looking good for now. But IF could go up a little bit more to match up percentage-wise. But right now, they're almost equivalent. And coming lower. The chips had a little bounce. That's it. You're getting a full flush, I think, here. If it finds a way to hold, even better. But this is not. You're tilting downward still. Again, maybe they'll flush the 70 orders and then go from there. But again, futures are leading the way down. 20 minutes almost, 22 minutes. Walmart snitch in. Oh, I forgot to sell that Walmart daily play from the random. Costco, yeah, retail's not too hot right now. But again, a lot of things are still, even in a weird way, like Amazon's still up $3. Dollar pop in. And now with the bond, maybe the dollar might come back to, moving the market here, but dollar is collapsed right now. Dollar's down 1% though. No, I don't know though. You're hitting the low. Maybe that's what happened around August, and then I think it rallied with us though. The dollar's going to be interesting here. It's going to be hard again because we've just been going through the whole bond shit lately. Excuse me. Yeah, I got rid of the Netflix on that one. I think I took my total not loss on Apple was like $600 on the short from yesterday, and then I flipped long, and then Netflix total loss was $700. Yeah, JPM, they said 10%. I have their breakdown. So even then, I mean, I'm still kind of in the camp of, I think 4 to 5% would be, reasonable today, or we just hold it for Powell. But this is what they were saying. They say you get 10% move if CPI was 6.9 or lower. So we were at 7. I think we were right here. We were at 7 to 7.2. So 4 to 5%. But then we did 4% on the NASDAQ in 1 minute. So, or 30 minutes more or less. So I think that's why I'm like, it's early right now, and we're going to see. But otherwise, the lower we are, the better leading into Jerome Powell, because then if Jerome confirms it, that's going to be your other 3 or 4% tomorrow. But then if more likely than not, I'm seeing that maybe Jerome just bats it down. If we end up coming to the highs by end of the day, I think Powell's is just going to clap it. So we'll find out. 40.85. That's a big order, but it doesn't look as strong. Again, bonds are kind of leading the way, but there's not enough to get any solid read on it. We needed to, something needs to break. And now 20 minutes till Euro close. Yeah, Powell, I think the sad part is the statement is going to come in bullish. I know that for a fact. I wouldn't say a fact, but I'm I'm confident in that. The statement will be bullish, but then Powell, that's it. He's just going to beat it down unless he doesn't. I don't know if he wants. I would be surprised if he didn't, but we will see. So S&P has failed the 4,100 level, December 1st high. It's now trading below the downtrend. First key support level around the 200-day moving average. Yeah, that was a technical update from one of the technical people I follow. So bonds and SPY moved up. Bonds need to catch a bid, but if bonds sell off, it'll beat this one down probably. But if they match up, they're looking decent. Amazon is leading. Yeah, they were catching it early. And Apple too. If Apple could hold this little mini uptrend from that earlier bottom, but we'll see. Bro, the volume. Oh, Meta's popping big. Check news on Meta. Check news on Meta. Hold on. Meta testing candid stories on Instagram. They're rolling out a notes feature. What the hell is that? Called Candid Stories. What is that? Oh, and then bipartisan group of lawmakers seek to ban TikTok from the U.S. So Meta's already up 5%. 9, 10, 9. 10 minutes ago, they announced candid stories, but I think that TikTok news is what's moving it. I was like, wait a minute. So Meta's already up a lot, so just be careful with that one. But that's good news as always. You've seen that news hit so many times. Yeah, I'd watch Snap too. And then I'm here to look at the long term. Long term, still down 11 on the big one. Small one down 4. Interesting. That means some of the value plays did not give us the oomph we should have gotten. Shout out to long term, baby. And he talked. All righty. 15 minutes till Euro close. So see if it gets. We were already back up here. You hit this earlier. Remember, I bought the halfway point on that one. So we're already up a little bit. But see if it can't get above here, it'll look ugly. Stocks and bonds now on the 10-year are matched up. And then what time is the bond auction? I could look it up, but I'm hoping Chad is ready to go on that. Let's see. First Solar's killing it. 11 a.m. So 10 p.m. Pacific. It's 11 Central, I think, or UTC time. UTC, it's at 11 a.m. So that one's going to be the money move probably. And then besides Euro close. All right, you're making another move here. It's decent. He wants to fight. But that could, again now, that could give you room to sell off the next 15 minutes and go from there. Meta is actually pumping still, bro. That Meta news is big. Or at least the reaction is big for considering how much it's already moved. That's actually crazy. And then see, 40.55, you're right below there. Actually, you're getting some bids, so you're getting a lot of orders here again now. 15 minutes till Euro close. So this will be some sort of lead-up move, give or take. Short Meta end of the day. Maybe, yeah, because it's up a lot. NASDAQ's going, but it's coming down a little bit. All right, sold out the last NASDAQ, 720. I've realized 1,500 on the NASDAQ NQs already. Down 1,500 on the ES, so I pretty much paid for whatever I'm holding on the ES now. And then if it goes back down, I'll lose another 200. And then again, we've realized the other 15,000 amongst other things. And I'm reloaded. I just have the cash, man. So let's go. We'll play it a little bit. I think SPX, I mean, I like the upside, but don't fall in love with anything. I think we might sell off leading into Euro close, but maybe after it's able to do its thing. But Euro close will have a movement. So I don't know. I don't know. Amazonian MGTA. That's the one we got earlier. This beat is my recital. That one's still down though. All right, there's a lot, bro. There's a lot of movement here. They're clearing up the orders, but some people might want it. Again, 40.90 on the SPX or on the ES futures. SPX is lagging a lot, but if you could hold that on the futures, it'll be good. I'm still in Tesla, fortunately, unfortunately, but yeah. Again, it would have been if we didn't have the other profits, it would have sucked, but I'm chill within. I'm still even in Apple long. Trading options, watching my money grow. I'm still in the AMAM too, yeah. The small shares. Meta's going crazy. Yeah, that's off the TikTok ban news. Market's coming down, though. The bonds aren't dropping too heavy, but this SPY is, so we're going to see how this plays out. Again, the order book is wild over here. They're starting to chop it up a little bit. You see what I'm saying? But you have a fat order support here. Someone's waiting for Euro close, man. That Euro close is going to be big. Again, we have about 10 more minutes till that arrives. And this has kind of been a lead-up move into it. If that holds, it'll be solid. If not, though, it could get a little wild here. Yeah, all of my futures have been moved to the next month contract now. So I was behind, and now after closing out and doing everything, I'm good. So watch there. It's going to get messy over here. Oh, look at, I don't know if they're filling the orders or if they keep moving it down. But you have a nice little, it's like an order trap, but it's not as clear as earlier. If oil's dumping, that will be negative. No, but if oil runs up, though, that will be bullish just for the overall market. And again, you're at 40.87 on the ES. What a time to be alive. All right, you're selling off a little bit more here. It'll show you over their film. Yeah, that's why it's like it's small, though, but I think it's like usually the bubbles get big, but I just think they clearly are just moving it down. And they're just lowering, but the order, it's still remaining. I guess they're either hiding the intention or not, but I mean, it matches up with the theory. I think Euro close will be a very, very interesting one here. And then Meta's taking another run up here. Bro, Meta is insane right now. Amazon's starting to slip, though. And then Apple and then Tesla is just like, he's just tweeting in a corner right now. Sad day for Tesla. Last CPI, he got saved, but not this time. Not this time. Is Meta, is this a new high? Yeah, you got to be careful if it gets a little higher there. Because remember, we got that one short. EU says Poland must implement legal changes. EU offers initial positive view of Polish plan of free funds. Traded up says, what's in my buddy crew? 12,100 on the NASDAQ again. Yeah, I was below that. Then we sold for 133. You're still pinned on Euro. So that's the 15-minute lead-up move. 8 minutes till Euro close. So I don't know. Good news or bad news, Chad, depending on how you look at it. But I need to go to the bathroom. Yeah, my bad, man. So it's going to be a little awkward here depending on how you holding it. You know what I'm saying? But I love you, chat. Follow me on Instagram at the Trading Fraternity. I love you. Okay, follow me on Instagram. Say what's up, bro. Say what's up in the chat. Like the video. Subscribe or, say hello to somebody. I don't know. Smile. Did you smile today? It's a good day to smile, man. And get ready. We got a lot more action. And you better be here tomorrow if you think today's crazy. All right, I'll be right back.
Have to come into the U.S. to be able to do its banking business. In other words, and the important part of this comment is that in order for these companies to exist, they've got to be able to change their digital assets into hard U.S. dollars at some point. So they need a bank account. And so they needed Alameda to be able to do that. Is that roughly correct?
Any of the silos had in bank accounts, that certainly, exists. Separate bank accounts do exist. I think the real issue here for us is that money was transferred from one account to the other, seemingly without limit. That is the issue.
Okay, you talked about the accounting issues. It's interesting from the standpoint that we're talking today about a problem with these cryptocurrency firms, with securities firms, and we can't have an accounting system that actually works. This should be a really big red flag for all of us who are in the financial services world with regards to the Chinese investments that we're making, and we're not able to get accounting information on those firms. What else is going on with those firms, similar to what the debacle is that we have here with FTX? That's just a sidelight comment. One of the questions I've got is with regards to the Farmington State Bank. This is an investment that Alameda made into, and it's a little bitty bank according to a New York Times article. State of Washington, 26th smallest bank out of 4,800 in the country. They bought it in 2020, had a net worth of $5.7 million, and they dropped $11.5 million in for a percentage of the ownership. Do you know off the top of your head what the percentage of ownership was in that bank that they purchased?
I believe that ownership was approximately 10%, but I can
okay, that's what I've heard too. So therefore they paid 20 times book, which is off the charts outrageous. So it should be a red flag over the place. Yet they were able to purchase that, even though it's a minority interest, but 20 times book. FDIC allowed that to happen. They changed names to Moonstone Bank. And since then, they've 4 separate accounts have dropped to roughly $71 million, again, according to FDIC data and according to this article. Have you looked at this relationship at all yet to see what's going on here and whether there's